Look, it was a great weekend of boxing. Like you just said, Friday I had Jose Ramirez and Antonio Roscoe, one of the best fights of the year. But early on Saturday, I had Virgil Ortiz, who had a spectacular knockout against a guy that was very experienced. Masa Ortiz was very experienced, and everybody that I talked to was telling me that they were expecting, a few rounds, maybe even go the distance, because that was a big test for Virgil. But Virgil's, something special. Virgil's special in boxing, and little by little, he only has 11 fights, so he's still not at that moment. But I'm already getting calls from people from the WBC, IBF, WBO. I even talked to people from HBO about Virgil possible fighting on HBO in the future. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I think we're very close to those type of fights, that exposure.
I told Virgil, actually, I saw him walking eating ice cream after the weigh-in, and just him with his friend, and I told him, I was like, bro, you better get used to this being by yourself out here. I was like, being by yourself out here in Vegas, people not bothering you, because it's coming, man. It's coming.
It's coming, and this kid is, if everything goes the way it is, we keep doing the job that we're doing in the gym with his father and Hector, and obviously Golden Boy Promotions. I just don't see things going our way. This kid is definitely a future world champion, and not only that, but a superstar. And time is only gonna let us get there little by little. We don't want to rush it either, but I think this kid is the future.
I completely agree, man. He had a great performance. What was great was that all the undercards that were live on the pay-per-view finished super fast, so like the TV audience was able to see his fight, which is awesome too. So you got that exposure as well. Let's get into the main event. Canelo fought a badass fight. Was definitely fighting, I guess the Mexican style that Abel was asking for. Just to tell us about the fight. Break it down for us.
Look, I think Canelo's team, Chepo Reynosa, his son Eddie, they came up with an excellent game plan. Canelo fought the way Abel Sanchez and Triple G asked for, and the way we as fans didn't expect him to, and he did, and he went out there and did what he had to do. Before the fight, I always picked Canelo to win a decision, but I thought it was going to be more of a boxing, counter punching, and scoring points and winning a decision. But it was the opposite. He came forward. He was the one looking for the fight. He was the one actually backing up Triple G, and that's not what we expected. That's not what I expected, and I don't think anybody expected that. And we got to see that. I think Canelo showed what he really is, and that he is, as of now, the best middleweight in the world.
Do you feel that was because, yes, Abel and Team Triple G were kind of, baiting Canelo basically right into not running and you're fighting Mexican style and stuff like that. And when he did, do you feel that surprised them, that they weren't expecting that? I mean, I know as much as they were saying they were hoping it was going to happen, but once it was there, it was like, I feel like they were a little taken back that he was actually doing it.
Look, all the talking and all the challenging him to stop and fight like a Mexican was, obviously they thought that was the only way to maybe hurt or knock Canelo out. But when Canelo comes, they didn't expect him to do it. I don't think they expected him to do it. But then Canelo comes out and does it. They never expected that. So that really caught them off guard, and they didn't have plan B. It didn't seem like they had something to solve that problem, because it was a problem. I think Canelo backed him up, landed beautiful shots. I know there's a lot of critics or a lot of people saying that it was a robbery, or that that Triple G won. You could see it either way. It was a very close fight. I think Canelo won, but it was a close fight. I'm not arguing that. But I think just the fact that Canelo did what nobody expected, or at least what Triple G wanted him to do, and when he did it, Triple G had nothing to do but back up and throw that jab. I think that was enough just for Canelo to take the win, the credit, and maybe those close rounds, those very close rounds, to go to Canelo, because he's the one going forward, looking for the fight, landing those great body shots and power punches, even though not all of them landed, but he did throw a lot.